Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022 and another part of our Aston Martin Road to Glory career mode. Thank you for the incredible support on recent episodes. We've had some fantastic races and I'm looking forward to hopefully another one here today in Mexico. Make sure you hit that like button down below if you are enjoying, and if you haven't yet, make sure you click that subscribe button for daily F1 Manager 2020 content. Yeah, an amazing season so far. You know, I have to say, we started off slowly, of course. I think it took us 10 races to get our first point. But since then, we have had some really, really strong results, including second place in Singapore, fourth place in Japan. And that means that we have got 45 points in the constructors' standings. We are virtually guaranteed 7th place in the championship. Drivers wise, we've got Vettel on 31 points, Nico Hulkenberg on 14 points. If we can have our drivers finishing 11 and 12 at the end of the season, I think we'll be pretty happy with that, and that will involve hopefully Nico Hulkenberg getting a few more points in the bank. Now, 3 races to go this season. Of course, the championship is already wrapped up by Max Verstappen, but we've still got plenty to play for. Top 10 in the Drivers' Championship, potentially 6th place in the Constructors, but of course, all of our attentions have gone over to next year's car at this point. Let's just have a little look at what's coming up in the next week or so. So we've got some manufacturing of the chassis finished, facility upgrade for the weather centre, that's good, and we're also getting our chassis research completion as well, so we'll then be able to do some more research on next year's car, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's just have a little gander. There's absolutely nothing in there, is there? Interestingly enough. Recent history, you can see there. Okay. Right, cool. I don't know if there's a maximum number of seasons in this game. We're certainly going to play it until there is one. Certainly on current enjoyment levels, that's for sure. But let's have a little look at... Hang on a second. Let's have a little look at car parts. So I think we could do with another front wing. So let's get that manufactured. And then, you know, I think after this we should be all right, shouldn't we? So we'll just build one. I think we have we got a chassis in progress? Let's have a little look. No, we don't actually. Okay. So one more chassis. Let's get that manufactured. I don't think we should need any more spares after this Grand Prix. So that's absolutely fine. Okay. Of course, looking ahead to next year still, I do think Sebastian Vettel is going. Nico Hulkenberg, it's a little bit more of a question mark, really, for me. The cost to break his contract would be 5.4 million. He is on 5 million per year. But only has virtually 2 years left on his contract. I mean, we could renew it and go for 1 season instead. I mean, we can see if he would take that. And that would... Let's see. Let's see. You see, he doesn't really want to do that. But yeah, I don't think we can really offer him any more. I mean, if we were to go for 5.4 million, then we might as well just pay his break clause. So, you know, he's got 3 races. I think unless he scores some more points this season, potentially we look at replacing him if we can get better value for money out there. Sebastian Vettel is definitely going. He has had a couple of standout performances, but too many mistakes for me in the races so far this season. Let's just check none of our staff have a development point. No, they don't. How are our pit crew doing? They're doing absolutely fine, actually, which is good. 79 out of 100 on tyre changes. Let's keep that going. So let's have a little read of our emails. We've had a chassis manufactured. We've got the ATR period ending soon, exceeding expectations. That's what you want to see. Perfect. Okay, so the weather centre has been upgraded. The front wing has been manufactured as well. So we now have a 70% accuracy on the weather centre, which should be very, very good. Okay, continue on. And the research is complete on the chassis. So straight away we can have a look at going forward now. Research a new part. So we've got some chassis. We've got some front wing. The only thing I think we haven't got is side pods. Oh, and suspension. Now, which one's going to be quicker? So side pods would take 40 days. What about a suspension? 25 days. So let's do a suspension. Let's use the rest of our wind tunnel stuff, because that's ending today pretty much, I think, isn't it? And if I go full focus, what we're looking at, 40 days. Okay, and then go 4 engineers. And that will be completed in a month's time, which is perfect. So we should have a good suspension next year. Fingers crossed. That's what we're hoping for anyway. Right, performance targets for this Grand Prix. Reach Q2 is an expectation from them. Yeah, we'll guarantee at least one of our drivers making it through. Finish position, fastest lap. I mean, we have had a couple of fastest laps. That's not going to happen though generally. Let's just have a little look at the Mexico expected strategies. So we're looking at a 1-stop or a 2-stop. A medium and hard is looking good. The hards are actually probably the quickest tyre over a race distance, so we'll certainly be looking at that to lead our races with. The soft tyres are going to be quick, but will degrade very, very fast around here. Previous race results, Max Verstappen won the Grand Prix ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Perez finished 3rd there, only a second behind Hamilton in the end. Pierre Gasly 4th, Leclerc 5th, Sainz 6th. Vettel actually finished 7th, Stroll finished down in 14th. Okay, right, I think we're pretty much ready to go here. So let's get into the action. To the race weekend. Woohoo!
Music is in the air this weekend, but it's not mariachi we'll be hearing. It's going to be the roar of the engines and the cheers of the crowd. Formula One is back in the very heart of Mexico City at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. This is an exhilarating circuit on the Formula One calendar. We'll be sure to see plenty of battles and overtaking this weekend, especially with the help of not 1, not 2, but 3 DRS zones. With the season nearly concluded, time is running out for the team. Can anyone make a last-minute breakthrough? Can the leading drivers hold on? Only time will tell. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
Okay then. Oh dear, we're looking at heavy rain once again for Sunday. That's going to be interesting to see how we get on in that. But first of all, we've got the small matter of practice. And I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll see you guys for qualifying. So let's go. Here we are then at the end of free practice 3. Sebastian Vettel up in 14th. Nico Hülkenberg 17th. But look at the amount of penalties once again. So Latifi, Schumacher, Ocon, Alonso, Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, that's 7 drivers that are going to be starting at the back. And that's going to give us a huge chance. And look at that, setup confidence, 97% for Hülkenberg, 97% for Sebastian Vettel. So Vettel's stats looking very, very good indeed. Hülkenberg looking pretty tasty indeed as well. Some of his stats in the 90s. I mean, it's his braking. That is the big issue. That is why he is rated 77. If his braking was more comparable, he would be on par with Sebastian Vettel. That's why I want to keep developing Hulkenberg and try and get him up to that standard, because I think in the race he will be very, very strong, as we've seen. But anyway, let's head into qualifying and see how we get on. Didn't bother changing the engine and stuff this Grand Prix. I think we should just about have enough engine wear for the final 3 races of the season. So here we go.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Ready for qualifying.
Okay, it's green now.
And we'll send out Sebastian Vettel straight away. On a brand new set of soft tyres. We're going to send Hulkenberg a little bit behind, try and get a distant tow. Let's see how we get on. Let's zoom them round the lap. And the big hope is to not run into swarms of traffic. We should be okay here. So Sebastian Vettel starts his lap. We'll keep it on the outboard. I've had quite a few people in the comments recently saying that they don't enjoy the onboard as much. But let's keep an eye on Sebastian. Now, is Hulkenberg out before the traffic? No. But shouldn't make too much difference. So we'll look at his first sector time compared to Vettel, 29.5. Yeah, for both of them. So Hulkenberg's not going to have an impeded lap, which is good. Vettel now coming towards the third sector. Middle sector split is coming very, very soon. Car's looking nice and planted through there. Absolutely love this part of the track. 30.9 in the middle sector. What about Hulkenberg? He's coming through there now. A 31.1, so 2/10 off Sebastian Vettel for now. Let's hop on board for the final corner then. Sebastian Vettel comes up to the line, and it is a 117.9. No, it's a 118 flat. Hulkenberg coming round the corner now. What's he going to do? A 118.3. So not too bad from the 2 Aston Martin cars. And hopefully that means that we're going to put in a very strong performance in this qualifying session. Zhou Guanyu goes quickest with a 117.7. Norris splits our 2 cars. Albon and Latifi, of course, go in behind. Yeah, I'm looking at the lap times and thinking, well, why don't we get ourselves out there again? This time try and stay very close to each other. Try and give Vettel a little bit of a tow. Maybe hold up some people's first flying laps. Wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's see if we can improve slightly on this one. So green in the first sector for Hulkenberg, but then coming across traffic in that middle sector, that's going to ruin his lap, you would imagine. And it is yellow in that middle sector, and I think Vettel will find the same. Hulkenberg comes up to the line. Yeah, it's 118.3 once again, so yeah, no luck on the used tyres, but always worth a try to see if you can improve your position. Right, new set of boots for both of them. And let's see what we can pull off here in these final moments of qualifying. So people are going to start coming out any moment now. There you go. Right, let's go. They should make it. Just about. I mean, it's going to be tight. Particularly on Hulkenberg's end. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're going to make it with either driver here. Nope. Might as well call Hulkenberg in. No, hasn't managed it. So both of them have missed the line. And that is a poor misjudgment from me there. Hulkenberg's definitely going to be out. It's all going to be whether Vettel is beaten by the likes of Norris and Ricciardo, really. But yeah, that is gutting. Let's head to the track map. Max Verstappen, fastest of all through the first two sectors. Albon only 17th. Russell coming through. Russell goes up to 5th. So Hulkenberg is out again. Norris comes through. Where's Norris? He stays 13th. Verstappen goes to the top. Perez goes 2nd. What about Carlos Sainz? He's coming round now. Carlos Sainz, he goes up to P5. Daniel Ricciardo, the only one that can improve now, and Ricciardo does not improve, and he is therefore out in qualifying 1. So there you go. Vettel does make it through. Could have been more comfortable, but Hulkenberg is out. What a shame. What a shame for Nico, considering I think he probably did have a little bit more pace, but yeah, we need to stop making excuses for him, don't we? Right, so Vettel can go on these slightly used soft tyres at the start of Q2. That's whether we... Yeah, I think we go straight away.
Okay, 1, 2, loud and clear.
Let's see what he can do. Let's get him out there. Hopefully he won't come across any traffic. So it's Perez coming out. Yeah, so Vettel onto his first flying lap of qualifying 2. Let's see how he gets on here. So we're looking for mid 118s really. I think. Low 118s. Or was it an 18 flat? Was it an 18 flat that we had last time? Perhaps it was. Yeah, I think it was actually. So maybe high 17s is where we're truly looking. That was his first sector. Obviously purple. 28.4 in that first sector. So a slight improvement on where he was last time out. Flying through the middle sector. Nobody else is out there, so this is going to be pure Sebastian. Probably the best lap he can put in all weekend, really, in terms of traffic and condition of the tyres. So here he comes up to the line, and it is a very decent lap, a 1:17.9. And that is an improvement on Q1. So let's get him back to the pits and see what people put in. So Perez is 16.7. Zhou Guanyu, or Russell, he's gone a little bit quicker. Zhou Guanyu's quicker. Lewis Hamilton's slower, but we of course know he will be quicker eventually. So a brand new set of boots for Sebastian Vettel. Sonoda goes 10th. Gasly's behind us, as is Sainz. And, well, Norris is the one. 0.003 of a second ahead. I think we can improve on that. So I'm going to start going out now. Yeah, there we go. So Vettel's going to lead the way this time. And not get into any traffic whatsoever. So we're essentially looking for... I mean, 0.3 of a second would very much make us safe. But we know that that might not be completely possible. But let's see how we get on here. Everybody is out there starting their lap. So here comes Sebastian Vettel. His final quick lap. Let's see how he gets on. So his best was a 1:17.9. We're looking for 3 green sectors here to give us the best possible chance. Let's get sector times on the screen. Let's see how Norris and the likes are doing as we're going through the lap. So a good first few corners for Sebastian Vettel. On the power, DRS open as he heads towards turn 5. And it is a yellow first sector. And it is actually about a 10th down on what he managed before. So that is not what we wanted. Absolutely not. Leclerc is quicker in sector 1. Zhou is and Sainz is. So come on, Seb. Tsunoda quicker in sector 1. People putting in personal bests. Through the middle sector. What is Vettel going to manage here? Needs to be green at the very least. And it's yellow again. So Vettel isn't going to improve here. Unless he can find something in these final couple of corners. Sebastian Vettel flies round the final corner. He's going to come up to the line. It's not his best. It's not his best. A little bit slower there. And Vettel definitely out in Q2 then. What about the others? What about the others? Let's get ourselves back onto the outboard camera. Tsunoda goes P10. What about Norris? Quicker in the first sector. Yellow in the middle. Alonso's on the bubble here. Alonso very much on the bubble. Can Norris find the amount of time he needs? He comes through. It's not an improvement for Lando Norris. What about Pierre Gasly? He's the next one. It'd be a shock if he was out in Q2. He comes up to the line and he goes 7th. So Alonso is out. And Vettel will only start P15. That is a disappointment for us. I think we could have done better than that, but Vettel finishes 15th. Was slightly quicker in Q2 than what he managed in Q1. But at the very least, we know we are going to be starting at least... what with Vettel? So Vettel will start 10th, and I think Hülkenberg will start 12th, I believe. So, you know, that is a big relief for us.
The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
Aston Martin were on target for qualifying. Now it's up to them to defy expectations for the race itself. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. A sunny day here with only a few clouds in the sky. If things stay this way, the weather shouldn't pose any challenges to the teams.
And there are sure to be some dizzying strategies used here today, here in the Mexican Heights. The question is, though, who's going to be the one to climb to the top?
Okay then, we are ready for race day. We know it could potentially be raining out there, but perhaps there's going to be a different strategy. Who knows? Let's have a little look. So, let's see. So rain is going to be coming fairly early on in the Grand Prix, maybe around about lap 11. So I think definitely start out on those soft tyres. So I think we want to try and edit strategy C. Yeah, let's go. It is going to start, well, I mean, maybe even lap 10 is it going to start sprinkling. We go absolutely pedal to the metal for the first few Grand Prix, first few laps of the Grand Prix. Then maybe wets. Maybe we go wets, and they will last us till the end of the race, even if we attack them. So perhaps that's what we do, depending on the rainfall. We are expecting heavy rain throughout, and then it will dry up towards the end of the race. So I think we just keep an eye on that. We'll go for a similar strategy with Hülkenberg. We'll say lap 10, come in, pop the wet tyres on, and let's go. let's do it. So let's make sure that we're on the freshest possible soft tyres. And let's get ourselves into the race. We'll add a little bit more fuel. Should be an okay race for fuel. Should be able to run fairly light. Of course, we tell them to attack from the start. And as I suspected, it's actually 11th and 14th. So some of the drivers must have less of a grid penalty than we anticipated. But yeah, we are ready and round to go. So let's head into the race.
I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. There's the second Aston Martin. With their starting position in the back 10, they'll have their work cut out for them. And we're just moments away now.
Okay, here we go then.
Here we go with the Mexican Grand Prix. And it's
Lights out, away we go.
Away we go.
Let's watch the battle from the front. Verstappen gets away well. Perez in second. He'll be looking to go down the inside of his teammates at the start of this race as we all clamber towards turn 1. You can see Verstappen wins the drag race. Vettel's locked up. Vettel's wide. Where is he? There he is. He's off the track. Did he make contact? Front wing has taken a lot of damage apparently. I think stick on these tyres, but let's go and grab ourselves a new front wing. I'd like to see a replay of that.
It's a collision.
It is a yellow flag, so let's see. So Vettel's right behind Sainz, I think. Yes, Vettel goes straight into the back of Carlos Sainz. And I wonder if Sainz is going to be out of the race there. No, but Vettel does have a 5-second time penalty. Well, that is a shame.
Car in the wall.
Okay.
So somebody else crashed, or is that message about Sebastian Vettel? Right then. Yeah. Annoying start to the race, but that is exactly why we're looking at replacing him at the end of the season. Too many of those mistakes this season. Let's have a little look at tyres. So not many have gone for the soft tyre strategy, but Hulkenberg now going down the inside of George Russell. That of course turns into the outside around the stadium section, and Hulkenberg is through. Now we've got the two McLarens up ahead. These are positions that we should be able to make stick here. So here goes Hulkenberg. He's going to have a little look. Let's pop it onto the outside camera.
Just pit limiter.
And we'll get my ugly mug on because I think it is going to be an intense Grand Prix. Has Hulkenberg made it past? Here he goes. Having a look round the outside of turn 1. That turns into the inside of turn 2. Round the outside of turn 3. Inside of turn 4 it's going to be. We hop on board and he's going to have a little look at Lando Norris at the same time here. But wisely, I think, just slots back in behind him. But a great start to this Grand Prix for Nico Hulkenberg. Up to P10. And remember, it's Operation Save His Seat. That's what he's looking for today. I'm going to stick on neutral for that, but push on everything else for Sebastian Vettel. We need to get him back into this race and back into some contention, and hopefully going on to the soft tyres in a little bit will help out. Meanwhile, looks like Hulkenberg was having a little look. It is going to rain quite heavily, so I think we do want to get those wet tyres on. They certainly won't lose us anything if the track is only damp, but they will gain us a lot.
DRS is enabled.
If we do manage to get over 4mm. But here goes Hulkenberg with the ERS only. Of course, he might have DRS going up into turn 4. And he does drop out of it, but then has a little gap open up, and that is beautiful from Nico Hulkenberg. Up to P9 now.
Good.
No DRS up here, so we'll go neutral. And the key thing for Hulkenberg for me is to stay with the likes
Aston
of
Martin with a great
Sonoda
win
and
there.
Gasly.
They've moved up a place.
Oh, well, Sonoda's at least on the soft tyres, I think. Well, Magnussen's the highest soft tyre runner at the moment. But we are expecting rain within the next sort of 5 laps, 10 laps or so. So we need to try and get the most out of these tyres that we can. Vettel, meanwhile, at the back, still not really closing in on anybody. We're going to go balanced on that, try and save some
Lifting
fuel.
close will help.
Copy.
Hulkenberg should be getting a good helping of DRS here to the next corner. So here we go. We're going to slip it into overtake as soon as he's on the straight. So here we go with Nico Hulkenberg. Let's get a good run here.
Go with that.
DRS is going to be enabled. So here we go. Come on, Nico. DRS is open, but not really making any inroads. So swap it back down to neutral now. And we slide round turn 1. Turn 2, of course. Now, a second DRS zone to have a little go potentially. I think just stay with them for now. Let's pop that into balanced.
Save fuel.
Yeah, copy that.
I'm hoping wet tyres will be the right idea. That's certainly what we should have done in America. I think we would have got a much bigger result had we done that. But you never ever know with this game. It could be the best strategy. It could also be a plonker strategy. There we go. DRS is open now for Hulkenberg once again. And Sonoda actually dropping off the back of Gasly a little bit. We need him to drop more than a second behind, really. But managing to stay with them for now. So let's continue to do that. We'll watch till the end of this straight, see if Hulkenberg gets anywhere. I'm not expecting it. DRS is open. Going nearly up to 320 kph. But not making any inroads. But what we are doing is pulling away from Lando Norris. So that's good for us. DRS open again. We do have some action up ahead. It looks like Kevin Magnussen is... Oh no, it's Gasly having a look at Zhou Guanyu actually. Because Kevin Magnussen has got ahead of Zhou and pushing on a little bit. But yeah, let's zoom it forward. Let's see what we can pull off here. Oh, Hulkenberg locks up this time and he does hit the wall. Oh, how annoying. Now, what if we destroyed here? Front wing. Let's get him into the pits. Let's change the front wing to that. Let's get him in straight away here.
It's a crash.
Has it started raining? I don't think so. Not just yet. I don't think we can change anything about it anyway. But yeah, it's a disaster, isn't it, really? So we're going to be right at the back of the field.
We are expecting rain pretty
Wet
soon.
weather is coming.
Copy.
Unbelievably.
This is
I
good.
think,
Come on.
is Vettel going to get past Hulkenberg? No, I don't think so. But yeah. What a disaster. What a disaster. Hopefully, we just nail it on strategy now. And what was I saying about not needing any more spare parts for the rest of the season, eh? Which fool have I been listening to? A little bit of advice for you folks. Don't take any strategy advice off me. So we're about 3 minutes away from heavy rain by the looks of it. So think we're going to get a big sprinkling of water any second now, really. Hulkenberg has pretty much got a full tank of ERS now. And there you go, rain started. So we are going to come in this lap with both drivers. Onto the wet tyres.
Okay, energy's good.
Yep.
And we're going to double stack them.
Box this lap.
So we are a long way away from the pit entry. I don't know who's going to duck in. Doesn't look like anybody is. Surely some of the people... Yeah, so Ricardo's in. Now what tyres are they going for? Because we can still change our mind. They're going wet tyres. What about Alonso? Let's have a little look. Wet tyres as well. Albon. He's going intermediate, so there is a difference in strategy here. Now then, so Hulkenberg's going to be in the pits this lap. Let's have a look at Carlos Sainz. Is Carlos Sainz going to be able to tell us? So he's going on to wets as well. So here comes Nico Hulkenberg. We are double stacking. So let's see how we get on here. Getting off those soft tyres. Hulkenberg away. Vettel comes in. That was a very, very good double stack, to be fair. Very, very good. And now we're on the best possible tyres. So let's get out there. Let's put in our absolute best. Let's push hard.
No saving required.
Copy.
And see how we get on now. Verstappen has reached the pits.
Copy.
Surely there's going to be a lot of folk. Oh, somebody's ran wide. Perez is continuing a second lap here. Yeah,
We've just had a
Alfa
crash on the
Romeo.
track.
Norris has crashed.
Let's see
Is
what
Norris out?
happened there.
Let's
Watch
see.
this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
So did he just run wide because of no grip? A little bit like Russia last
They've
year.
lost
Yeah.
control, and there's the crash.
Oh, lost a bit of his front wing. So let's see what we can do here. Hulkenberg leading the way. In they come. Shaw's in. I'm trying to see what tyres people are on. Hamilton's on intermediates, so that people have definitely switched up strategy. Verstappen on intermediates. Quite a few on wets. Albon on intermediates. We know that. Where is Sainz? So he's coming around the final corner now. He's going to make up some positions here. Good for Sainz. Now, is Hulkenberg going to manage to make it past Latifi and Norris? Here comes Hulkenberg. I think he is going to get past one or both of them. He is going to get past Latifi, is he? Oh, it's pretty tight. Should have the momentum, though. And Hulkenberg is through. So now, Lando Norris next. Has he got any more damage to his car? But 18th and 20th at the moment. It's not looking like a fantastic Grand Prix for us.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
But Perez still out there on the mediums. He is absolutely trickling round. Perez in the pits now. His race has been absolutely destroyed, pretty much. But it's Daniel Ricciardo in P3 at the moment. There's a big gaggle of cars about to come through here. Past Sergio Perez. Perez is leaving the pit lane on the intermediate tyres. How far is he going to drop here? He's down to 9th, down to 10th, 11th. And now the intermediate tyres are going to struggle because the rain has got worse. Let's have a little look. We're expecting it to pretty much level out and get even worse than this. So I think we've made a good call here. Perez, meanwhile, very much hasn't. He's come out in 10th place, really struggling on those inters. How's Hulkenberg doing? He's following Norris. Norris is ahead, but we're going to make good time on the guys in front, but shouldn't lose any time behind them. Let's have a look at the interval. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. We are making big time on the intermediate tyre runners. Surely Verstappen has to pit this lap, but he is so far ahead of everybody else. He is so far ahead of everybody else. So Vettel now past Nicholas Latifi. That's what we like to see. Latifi on the intermediate tyres. Verstappen in the pits, so he's going to be changing on to the wets. And to be fair, Hulkenberg right behind Lando Norris. Can Hulkenberg make the move?
Use overtake.
Copy.
He possibly can. So, let's see. Is anybody else on the... No, Hamilton's in. Albon's surely going to be coming round. Look at him. He's holding everybody up. Perez is next. He's really, really struggling, but he's staying out because Verstappen's in. Russell's in. Magnussen's in. Perez's race has just been absolutely ruined by the fact that he's the teammate of Max Verstappen. Mick Schumacher's about to come in. We need to get past Norris quickly. Here goes Hulkenberg. How many positions are we going to make this time? Should make a decent move. We are ahead of Russell. We might be able to go down the inside of Norris here. Come on! Come on! Keep going, son. What are you doing? Oh, it's so close. Still side by side, but it's so treacherous out there. And he's through. Hulkenberg through. Tiptoeing around, but he has done it.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Very nice. Right, now we're pushing on Alexander Albon. Vettel, meanwhile, he's struggling a little bit. He's just behind Kevin Magnussen, so that the whole order of this race has changed, and Valtteri Bottas is currently leading the way. Bottas leads from Daniel Ricciardo in second. Fernando Alonso is third currently. Max Verstappen is P4 with Gasly in P5. Then comes Leclerc in P6 with Zhou in 7th. Tsunoda is in P8. Perez is P9. Is still on those intermediate tyres. What on earth is going on? Perez is holding everybody up, which is bringing us back into the race. Perez is P10. He's going to be peeling off into the pit. Surely, there he goes. Crawling his way around. Carlos Sainz is back in the top 10. Lewis Hamilton coming round. That's going to be P11 for him. Hulkenberg is the next one. He's just got ahead of Alexander Albon. Ran a little bit wide there. Nearly went into the wall. But Hulkenberg is through. And Hulkenberg is past Alexander Albon, which is absolutely perfect. We're past Perez now, so up to P12 we go. What about Vettel? So Vettel's still stuck down in P18. I'm just double checking he's not got any more damage to his car. No, not after his first lap excursions. Okay. Let's shove Hulkenberg back down to medium. We're going to go aggressive on the tyres. We're still going to push.
Take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
Back off.
But yeah, we don't... Well, I suppose Vettel needs to attack because he's got people to get past. And Vettel is side by side with Kevin Magnussen here. Still side by side. Should be able to get the move done here. Still side by side. Oh, this is so close. But I think he's through. Very, very good from Sebastian Vettel. So he is through up to 17th. Now Hulkenberg is a decent way ahead of Albon. Let's have a look at intervals now. So we are 10 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton, but we are gaining time on Albon. This is good. Okay, right. Let's relax a little bit. Let's just keep an eye on track conditions. So they are going to get better for a little bit, and then start getting much worse once again. So we're kind of waiting on a safety car to bring Hulkenberg properly back into the game. But Bottas still leading the way, and I mean pulling away from Daniel Ricciardo in P2. That is very, very interesting indeed. Hulkenberg 3 seconds ahead of Albon. We're going to push that down to balanced and see. Oh, there's multiple cars that have crashed. What has happened? There is a safety car. Okay, so safety car deployed. Time to get conserving everything. Don't think we want to come into the pits. There's not really any point. But yeah, I don't know what has happened. It looks like it's Norris.
Safety car, safety car.
Yeah, that's fine.
No DRS.
So Albon is out. What has happened here? I think
Now just take
as
a look at the
Norris.
McLaren.
Yeah, Norris has tried to get past Albon. Albon's on the inside there. That's a huge crash, and Albon into the wall.
Mark my words.
Wow.
There'll be questions asked about that later.
That was a huge crash. And now, safety car. That's going to help us get everything back to where we need it. And it's going to get us all back together. Now, the big loser in all of this is Valtteri Bottas. But I think the big winners are ourselves and, you know, the likes of Hamilton and Sainz, even Sergio Perez, who, you know, his race has been absolutely ruined by Red Bull strategists that must have been poached from Ferrari. The lead has been picked up in Valtteri Bottas. I assume, you know, this won't be the last lap of safety car action because that was a big incident. No, we are gonna.
Energy's good.
Yeah.
We are gonna have another lap behind the safety car. Let's zoom it up to 16 speed. Oh, I
Got loads of energy.
feel like the safety car is gonna end this lap. We're gonna go neutral, balanced, aggressive, because.
We can push more.
Copy.
Oh no, we are going to get another lap behind the safety car. I do just want to make sure we catch up to the pack here. Because we are still a decent way behind, but I think we've just managed it. So, back to conserve. Typical safety. Is safety car in this lap? Doesn't actually say yet. It'd be a pretty late call to bring the safety car in. So this is a long safety car period. Now I don't know whether it's now going to be
Copy.
down to weather. I don't know whether the weather conditions are keeping the safety car out. Yeah. And this is the thing. I don't really know why Hulkenberg can't catch up. There we go. He is in the safety car train now. So let's have a little bit of safety car gameplay. Let's see how it looks as we pick up the leader, Valtteri Bottas. And it is the Aston Martin Mercedes this weekend by the looks of it. So, is it going to be this lap that we're in? I really don't know. It's lap 19. Safety car is in this lap. So,
Copy.
we are going to be attacking from the off here. And we will hop back with Nico Hulkenberg
No saving required.
and see what he can do here. So Bottas is going to lead us away. And that was a fairly lengthy safety car period. The rain is getting better, but we are expecting it to get worse
Overtaking will be from the control line.
before the weather fully improves. And then we can start thinking about dry tyres again. So here comes Hulkenberg straight away, but we cannot see a thing. Look at the spray. The spray is ridiculous. But can Hulkenberg perhaps have a look down the inside here of Lewis Hamilton? Doesn't look like it. Vettel perhaps having a look at Perez? No. So it could be a little bit of a processional Grand Prix with not much overtaking for a little part of us. But yeah, it's close, isn't it? The problem that we've got is that we've got two of the fastest cars on the grid directly ahead of us. Bottas still leading the way. Verstappen has made his way up to P2, so surely he's gonna take some beating. Ricciardo is P3, Alonso P4, then Gasly. Leclerc is 6th, then Zhou Guanyu's just dropping off a little bit. Tsunoda is P8, Ocon 9. And then Sainz in P10. Then Hamilton and Hulkenberg. So, are we going to get a chance here? We will zoom the speed forward. See if we can make a push here. It's going to be close. And no chance to go down the inside. Yeah, might as well keep it on overtake for now. And now the rain's getting worse again, so there's even more water on the track. So can we get past Lewis Hamilton? That's the question. I don't know about getting past Hamilton, but Perez certainly having a look at getting past us. Doesn't manage it this lap. How's Vettel getting on? Yeah, not great at the moment. Gonna move that down to neutral now. I'm gonna do the same for Vettel. And we'll zoom it on a little bit until something interesting happens. Verstappen, by the way, has overtaken Bottas. So is Hulkenberg going to be able to make a serious move on Hamilton? It's going to be tough. I mean, we are just following line astern. We're all part of the Daniel Ricciardo train right now. He's P3 and very much struggling, which is what he was doing last time. He was very, very slow in these conditions. And Perez is the one to keep an eye on. But, yeah, lap 24 of this Grand Prix. I don't think we're going to need any more wet
Aston
tyres.
Martin with a great
And Vettel
play
has
there.
overtaken
They've moved
Russell.
up a
What
place.
did he
Let's
manage
take
to
a
do
look at the
here?
replay. So
Oh, he
this
was side
the
by
Aston
side.
Martin.
And just went for it a little bit. And there you go, Vettel through. And that's sometimes what you need.
Taking a position there. Oh, they make it look so easy.
Just a little bit of luck.
I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
Well, I'm not surprised that's been an overtake for 10 laps. But, yeah, Hulkenberg still chasing Hamilton. Needs to do whatever Vettel did. It's easier said than done. What we need is DRS back. And Gasly's made it up to P3 now, ahead of Ricciardo. Alonso perhaps next. Let's maybe zoom it forward even more. Hulkenberg right behind Hamilton. Track is getting damp now, so it is improving. We are expecting one more flurry of rain before the weather fully dries up. And then it's going to be a case of when to go onto those probably medium tyres. Although we did say at the start of the race that hards were perhaps going to be the option. So, tyres are getting a little bit hot. Oh, there's been a crash. There's been a... Oh, I mean, I heard that. What on earth has happened? I don't know. It's Ricciardo. It's his rear wing. Who's gone into the back? It's Alonso and Ricciardo, I think. That is huge. That's going to be safety car. So safety car deployed. Let's get ourselves back down to standard. Conserve the fuel. I'm not going to worry too much about conserving the tyres, but that was a huge crash. We will have a little look at this in a second. Let's push that forward.
Safety car.
We can take a look now.
Here we go.
Okay, so
that's Fernando Alonso. Oh, that is a massive crash. And then Ricciardo straight into the wall. Ricciardo is definitely out of the Grand Prix. What about Alonso?
Really
That was a huge crash. My word.
It's a crash, and it's more than one
So yeah, Ricciardo is out. Wow. So let's see how we get on here. Alonso's obviously got a penalty. Both McLarens have been involved in these incidents. So Verstappen picks up the safety car now. Alonso into the pits.
Rain, all clear.
And this is interesting because now the rain has cleared. I mean, we're expecting water to stay on the track probably for another 10 laps or so. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. As soon as that gets below 1.3, 1.2, I think that's when we look to make the change. I mean, yeah, you could go intermediates for the next few laps, but it's not going to be worth it. Has Alonso gone in as... No, he hasn't. That's the sort of situation you feel you could do it. But no, we'll stick with our tyres for now. But we are expecting that track wetness to drop right down. Right down. So 3.4, 3.3. And the safety car is in this lap. So we are going to attack. We're going to push, of course. And we are going to overtake straight away. Now that it's a little bit clearer, there could be some chances for incidents here. So let's see how we get on. So Nico Hulkenberg up in 10th, back where he was. This is turned into a little bit of an intense Grand Prix. We've had a lot of those recently. Changeable conditions. Anything could happen. So safety car has gone in. We are going to pick up the leader, Max Verstappen, who restarts this race. Bottas is potentially going to have a little look here. Bottas right in the slipstream. Verstappen pulls to the side. This could be an excellent run for Bottas and maybe his only chance to get back into the lead. I'm not so sure. Verstappen stays ahead, then Bottas, then Gasly. Leclerc is 4th with Zhou Guanyu in 5th. Tsunoda in P6 at the moment. Ocon 7th, Sainz 8th, Hamilton in 9th, and now Nico Hülkenberg having a look at Lewis for P10. Very, very good so far. Perez in P11. Then we've got Vettel in P12. We need to keep an eye on this rainfall. We're expecting it to very much clear up over the next few laps and pretty much be back to normal by lap 40. So let's zoom it forward. Let's see what we can do for the next few laps. So 2.8 millimeters of water now. So we should be kicking up a lot of water here. Oh, we need to go neutral. That's right. There we go, that's okay. And then we need to think about strategy. What tyres are going to be for the best here? Are we going to go medium or are we going to go hard? Because hard, in theory, is a faster tyre. Over a longer period of time here. But only a 10th a lap, I suppose. It's not a great deal. But then will mediums even go the distance? I don't know. So we'll have to see. So we've run out of ERS deployment on that lap. Perez had a little chance to close in there, but didn't. So 2.2 now. Really starting to get into intermediate weather. But of course, I don't think anybody will be stupid enough to come in and change to intermediate. Now, the question is, who do we bring in first? Or do we just double stack? Do we believe in ourselves to get the strategy call spot on? That's the question. So I think it's not going to be this lap. I think it's going to be the next lap that we are going to be coming in. These tyres are starting to overheat now. I think we might want to just reduce our pace down a little bit.
Take it easy.
Yep.
To try and make sure that these tyres are not overheating. And it's not going to be this lap for the dry tyres. As I say, I think by the time we get round here again, it's going to be on the cusp of one, which is when dry tyres start to become an option. Still expecting some dampness out there. Oh. I don't know, is it going to be the end of this lap? Surely we gotta go for this. We're gonna trust in our strategy. We're gonna trust it. Right, now 52 laps apparently for medium tyres. You know, they're very, very similar in terms of pace. But we could keep them fresher for longer. I'm going to go hards for Hülkenberg. We're going to go medium for Vettel to switch it up a little bit. And we are going to double stack them. So, here we go.
Box.
This is a huge decision. It's a risky decision, but I think it's one that can pay off here. because I think it is going to dry up significantly over the next 2-3 laps. So here comes Nico Hülkenberg into the pits. Vettel in directly behind. So here we go. And pretty much everybody has stayed out there. DRS is now enabled. Oh no, yeah, there we go. I was going to say we didn't want Hülkenberg on mediums. So there we go. Hülkenberg is out there now on the hard tyre. And I think we have to absolutely push. Push hard.
Copy.
No, Vettel might not quite make it to the end. Looking at that. But I think we still attack early on.
So we just need to push now.
Okay, copy.
So have we made a mistake? And who's that behind? That's Nicholas Latifi, who is actually going quicker at present. But there will come a time when Nico Hülkenberg becomes the quickest man on the track. Verstappen in, Bottas in, Gasly in. So it seems like this is the lap that people are going to try and make it happen. Some people are staying out there. Now what tyre are people going to go on to? Come on, Nico. Come on. Where's he going to get up to here? We're going to join on board with him on these hard tyres. Verstappen back out there. What's he gone on to? He's gone on to mediums. So here we come. Flying past the pit lane. Oh, that's Kevin Magnussen. Why isn't he going for it? And weirdly, everybody seems to have gone medium tyres. Yes, very annoyingly. I think some people have managed to get the overcut on us there. But DRS is enabled once again. And we should catch up to all of these guys that are on the wet tyres. They should surely be absolutely crawling around at the minute. Well, we got Ocon having a little look at Tsunoda there. Perez just behind. There's Russell. Max Verstappen on medium tyres. You can see how much quicker he's going. Yeah. As I say, this was a risk. And we do have everybody in the pits now. Hülkenberg's made it past Magnussen. That's going to help.
That's it.
So there they go.
Looks like Aston Martin have just
In the pit
gained
lane.
the race position.
Hülkenberg flying round now. Where's he going to get up to? Hülkenberg coming through. He's up to P11. Oh, well, he just ghosted through Tsunoda there. Up to P9 now. Vettel still attacking, but I think needs to go
To back off.
Copy.
standards. Some people have gone for softs. But yeah, I think this is the right decision for Hülkenberg because these tyres are going to last. I'm not sure other people's are particularly. So Hülkenberg in 9th place as it stands at the moment. So back to a normal Grand Prix. Well, we say normal, but lots of people with different strategies here, and I don't really understand the logic of the back four there on the softs because they're already behind. They're not gonna be able to take softs to the end, so it does seem a little bit odd. Meanwhile, Vettel trying to attack these guys. Let's see if he can do a bit of overtake action. Here he goes. So Vettel Flying through with DRS. That's going to be Zhou Guanyu having a look down the inside of George Russell. Vettel's perhaps got the outside line. Oh, I thought he was going to make it there. Didn't quite manage it. Now, Hülkenberg. How are we looking with him? So he's 3 seconds ahead of Yuki. So we've got Verstappen leading this race. We've got Bottas in second, Gasly third. Gasly looking for his third consecutive podium, I think, this season. Leclerc in fourth, then Hamilton fifth. Ocon is sixth at the moment, followed by Perez, Sainz, and ourselves, Hülkenberg. Yuki Tsunoda is P10. And I'm wondering if Tsunoda has got some damage. Magnussen in P11. Definitely gaining a lot of time on him there. Zhou Guanyu is behind him. Russell in 13th, and then Vettel just behind in 14th. We'll go back down to neutral for Vettel. Now, can Hülkenberg make some inroads here? It's got DRS enabled. Surely Perez is going to go past Ocon. He does. And now Sainz right in the slipstream of Ocon. We're just watching and waiting for a mistake to happen. DRS is going to come back for Hülkenberg here. Sainz has got DRS on Ocon. We close right in. That is what we want to see. Perfect. 4.3 ahead of Tsunoda as well, which is good. Right, we've still got 30 laps to go here, so we will fast forward a little. And this could be the chance for Hülkenberg. DRS enabled, needs to... Well, I thought he was going to swing to the inside. Swung to the outside instead. Gets a second bite of the cherry, of course. And Ocon has a look down the inside of Sainz. Well. It's very, very tight, isn't it? He doesn't manage it. Vettel, meanwhile, still stuck in that little DRS train of Magnussen backwards as Hülkenberg. I think we should manage to get Ocon here if we play our cards right. So here we go. Oh. Who's got the DRS here? Ourselves and Sainz. So we do manage to get Ocon. Ocon loses 2 positions there. We then have DRS to pull further forward. So, great move from Nico Hülkenberg. Can he stay
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up
Carlos Sainz? That's the big question here. He can stay within a second of him and get catapulted towards Perez. You know, I think we can get into that DRS train of Bottas, Gasly backwards. And here comes Hülkenberg having a little look at Carlos Sainz, perhaps round the outside. Let's have a look on the outdoor view. Yep, this looks good. This looks good. DRS is going to be enabled again for Nico. And he is comfortably through. So 3 seconds behind Perez now.
Good job.
And that's what I mean. I think the 3 of us need to catapult ourselves towards Measures Gasly, Leclerc, Hamilton and Perez. That is a DRS train that we want to get on board. So here we go. 2.2 behind. Sainz is going to try and get back past us here. And surely Sainz will succeed on the straight. But they're all battling up ahead, you can see very clearly. .6 behind, we're not catching up to them currently. But P7 at the moment, long way ahead of Yuki Tsunoda in P10. Vettel's still in P14. Let's pick up Vettel actually. See how he's getting on. He is just stuck at the moment. Tyre-wise, I think let's try and hold on to them and maybe go for a bit of a push later in the Grand Prix. Hulkenberg, meanwhile, has just lost out to Carlos Sainz. I think in the long run that could help. I think we need to stay behind Sainz to catch the guys in front. So whether it's a case of let's drop down the tyres too aggressive, but just stay close enough that we're in that 1 second window. Lap 47 of 71 here. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. We of course don't want to lose out to Ocon, but if we can stay this distance behind Sainz, Sainz should have the pace to catch Lewis Hamilton when they're battling. So 2.9 is the gap to those cars in front. Let's see what it is at the end of this lap. DRS keeping us nice and close to Carlos Sainz, and we're getting a little bit of tyre saving in there as well, which will give us fresher tyres towards the end of this Grand Prix. So 3.2 now. Tends to be at the end of the straight that we've picked up our time, but Sainz definitely dropping off the back of these now, as Charles Leclerc has made it up to P2. This has now become a 5-way battle with Valtteri Bottas. So Leclerc pushing away now. Bottas in second in this train. And then Perez is having a little look now at Bottas, and this will really disappoint. Bottas was leading this Grand Prix before the first safety car. This is unbelievable, isn't it? There you go. Well, Bottas stays in front for now. Gets his elbows out. Hamilton following that. Sainz definitely dropping off the pace of them currently. So, let's see how we get on. Vettel's tyres not doing great. People must be in uber conservation mode. Yeah, let's zoom it forward. See if we get anywhere with this. Hulkenberg back past Carlos Sainz there.
Aston Martin with a
that's
great
not
play there.
really going to help
moved
us.
Up a place.
Sainz back through. You know, maybe P7 is the maximum we can get out of Hulkenberg today. Perhaps that's what we need to look at and be happy with that. We just certainly took P7 at the start of the race. So we will fast forward it. As I say, I hope Hulkenberg can stay with Sainz. So we'll look tyre-wise, yeah. I mean, our tyres should stay in better shape than theirs, generally. But should be virtually guaranteed points for Hulkenberg, as long as he doesn't make a mistake.
Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
You know, we're very much in this mini DRS train. Having said that, we might have just dropped out of it. So now we got to stay close to Ocon.
Alpine just advanced.
Let's have a look at the intervals again. Yeah, we are 2 seconds behind Sainz now. That could be a problem.
Car in the wall.
Somebody's in the wall.
Okay.
Is it a safety car again? No, yellow flag. Who is in the wall?
There's been a crash.
Yuki Tsunoda, who has been having some issues out there. Let's have a little look. So Tsunoda, yeah, big lock up. Oh, actually hit the inside wall.
And a big off.
Got involved with the other wall for good measure as well. Yeah, let's just stick with Ocon for now. We've got 13 laps left. I think patience is going to be a virtue here. Let's see. There goes Hulkenberg again. We have got more yellow flags. Don't know what's happened this time. It was Bottas. Bottas has spun. As Hulkenberg makes a great move past Ocon. They're still side by side though. This battling certainly not going to help. Eventually Hulkenberg yields, but DRS once again on the next lap should see him pass. There we go then. On to lap 59 of this Grand Prix. Hulkenberg makes it past. That's the thing, we are sort of in that place where we're just yo-yoing with the car behind / in front. But as I say, we should be guaranteed points with Hulkenberg here as long as he doesn't make a big mistake. So I am going to zoom it forward. I'd love to see Vettel make an impact on that group.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
He's not far behind points. Okay, is staying with Hulkenberg, staying with Ocon until the last few laps, and then we can really use the fact that we've got fresher tyres. Let's have a look at tyres. Again, I mean, the medium tyre runners have done a good job of looking after them, as have the soft tyre runners, to be fair. They're just a long way off the pace currently. So Nicholas Latifi's making a big impact on us. No, he's in the... Oh, we've got multiple cars that have crashed. Is it going to be a safety car? It is a safety car. It's a late safety car. Where's Vettel? Vettel's on the main straight, so don't think it's going to be worth coming in and changing onto the soft tyres. It's lap 66. Would Hulkenberg make it back out? Let's see, he has got a set of new... I mean, it says that he would go down to 13th. I don't think it's worth it, but maybe for Vettel. Because Vettel's not making any impact. Let's bring him in.
Safe.
Does it say now that... No. So, DRS disabled. So it was Norris and Mick Schumacher by the looks of it.
Take a look at the McLaren.
So, yeah. Oh, it's a lock up. Oh, and that's a huge incident. And both McLarens have been absolutely shafted in this Grand Prix. That was a huge crash once again.
And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
That was huge. Another huge incident now. Is anybody coming in? Doesn't look like it. Let's just zoom it forward a little bit. So Verstappen doesn't come in. Do we come in? I mean, the only person we're going to drop behind is Fernando Alonso, I think. So, let's conserve.
5 to go.
Although
Got back a bit.
let's do that when he's out of the pits. So
Copy.
let's do this. Let's see where Vettel comes out. As I
just need to
say, I
charge
don't
up.
think he's gonna
Copy.
make an impact on anybody, but it could be a good chance. You never know. So Vettel in and out. Where's Alonso? He's coming down the pit straight now, and Vettel is ahead of him. So we're going to keep pushing with Sebastian. Try and get him up to the back of the pack. Let's have a look on the track map. So Tsunoda is behind Verstappen currently. Hulkenberg coming round the final corner. I mean, what lap are we on now? 68 of 71. I'm not certain we're going to get much racing back underway here. Vettel. Oh, Vettel's locked up. Behind safety car. That's ridiculous. Don't think safety car's coming in this lap.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
So I think Vettel should be able to catch up here. Which is going to give him a chance at the very least to get up into the top 10.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
Yeah, I don't think we've actually gone for the freshest soft tyres we could have, which is very annoying. But yeah, I mean, we are going to have a one-lap sprint race, essentially, aren't we?
Got loads of energy.
No, 2 laps. 2-lap sprint race, no DRS. This is going to be huge. That's if the safety car is in this lap, and it is.
Safety car will be in this lap.
So, Sebastian Vettel, full attack.
Copy that.
He's going to go on full deploy as well. Nico Hulkenberg is going to go attack, push, and full deploy. Let's have a look at people's tyre conditions. Hulkenberg's in an okay situation. Vettel's okay as well. I mean, how on earth has Perez got back into this? How on earth has he managed it?
Use everything from the tyres. Use everything.
Right.
Yeah, copy.
So, 2 laps to go. We go through the stadium section for...
There is no overtaking until the control line. Every 2 laps with no DRS.
the last time during safety car. Now, Nico Hulkenberg, you can see how he's made his car.
2 laps to
And
go.
that's Yuki Tsunoda. Get out of the way, Tsunoda. Hulkenberg could be under pressure from Ocon and was overtaken from Ocon there. And now Russell could be having a look as well. That's not what we wanted to see. Vettel already up to P12. He's passed Alonso.
Aston Martin with
Now
a
then.
great play there. They've moved up
How
a
far
place.
can Sebastian Vettel get up? This could be Singapore all over again. Vettel on these fairly new soft tyres. Surely going to be in a good position here. Now, can Hulkenberg make a move on any of these guys? I don't know why everybody is so slow. What are they doing? No idea. But Vettel is going to have a little look at Kevin Magnussen here, and then it's just George Russell between him and points in this race. Here goes Sebastian Vettel. He's going to go around the outside here. Very good. Sebastian Vettel through. Now I'm wishing we did the same with Nico Hulkenberg. That's what we did with Sebastian Vettel. So, last lap of this Grand Prix. Can Hulkenberg have a look at Esteban Ocon? I think he is going to go down the inside here. Vettel, meanwhile, is going to have a look at George Russell. Come on, you deserve to get past at least Ocon, Hulkenberg. You deserve at least 8. Come on, swing to the inside, mate. Swing to the inside. No, I don't think he's going to do it. But Vettel up to P10 now.
Looks like Aston Martin have just
And
gained
could
the race position.
well get past Hulkenberg himself here. Now, we could say to Hulkenberg, let Vettel through, but I don't trust the AI on this game to get Hulkenberg out in front of Russell. And Hulkenberg's going to have a little look himself here. Come on, swing to the inside. What are you doing? Oh, that's so annoying. Vettel right there as well. Well, it's going to be Max Verstappen that wins. Once again, Perez finishes second, Leclerc third, Gasly fourth, Hamilton fifth, Bottas sixth, Sainz seventh, Ocon eighth, and Hulkenberg finishes ninth with Vettel in P10. Fair enough. Fair enough. A double points finish. We will settle for that. Hulkenberg had an excellent performance today. Obviously had that one little mistake. Vettel had a turn one incident, so to come back and score points, you know, that is huge for us, huge for the team. Yeah, very, very happy with that. Very, very happy. So well done to both drivers. Double points. I believe that's the only time this season that we've managed that.
They can go very far indeed.
So
Absolutely.
we can be very happy.
Doing over at the team garage, I should think they're going to keep on doing it.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructor standings.
Coming up in the next round is the Sao Paulo Grand Prix as we head to Brazil. Join us next time at Interlagos.
Very good. So Max Verstappen wins. We talked about that before. Nico Hulkenberg finishes 9th. Sebastian Vettel finishes 10th. 4 non-finishers at this Grand Prix: Lando Norris, Mick Schumacher, Daniel Ricciardo, and Alex Albon. Meaning in the drivers' standings, Nico Hulkenberg leapfrogs Kevin Magnussen, still on half the amount of points of Sebastian Vettel. But yeah, a very, very good start to his 3-race save my career option, if you like. But yeah, very, very good. So Pierre Gasly misses out on a 3rd consecutive podium by finishing 4th. Bottas, who led the race for quite a little bit, finishes 6th in the end. And in the constructors, we are 7th, 40 points behind Alfa Romeo, but comfortably ahead of Haas. So Vettel does have a development point. Hopefully Hulkenberg does too. Yes, he does. Very good. And hopefully Drugovich as well. No, not this time. But yeah, very good. A £2.4 million profit as well. And that's all going to go well into the kitty. We've refurbished our hospitality area nicely as well. So everything is looking good. It's coming up roses at the moment, and I'm really, really happy with it. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. If you have, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.